Well, hello. It's Aaron Patrick Mitchell. Hope you're having a good night. Thought I'd come on here and tell you a little story. Once again, this is a story that was handed down to me from my grandmother. I spent a lot of time with my grandmother when I was a kid, and she would tell me stories here and there, and some of them were fun childhood things, and some were creepy as hell. So we're going to go with the creepy one. Once again, let's talk about some creepy shit. So the story is that I believe, an aunt of my grandmother's in West Virginia was had dealings with strange people, and kind of going along with the kind of witch motif I've been talking about lately. This woman that my grandmother's aunt knew, so it'd be my great aunt or great great aunt, was talked about using herbs to help heal people in the mountains, and also realized that doctors were not close by in small towns and rural parts of the Appalachian Mountains. So you got help where you could. And a lot of times that was people who knew how to work with herbs, and they got deemed witches because people weren't praying for them and magically thinking they used herbs, so therefore they must be a witch. So the story is that my great great aunt, and like I said, this is handed down to me, so I'm not sure how the relation was. It was on my grandma's side or my great grandfather's side. Um, had dealings with this woman, and during her pregnancy, she was having some issues, and she was talking to this woman. Well, she made the decision one time because she didn't like the price of something or whatever to stiff this woman who was helping her out with herbs. And there became some ill feelings in between them. And maybe not a good idea to somebody who is an Appalachian witch, supposedly, to piss them off. My aunt, my grandmother's aunt, decided not to pay the woman. She's pregnant at this time. And she didn't hear anything from this woman for a few months, and she's in the middle of her pregnancy, going pretty okay after she'd been taking some herbs and it gotten better. She received a envelope. She got the envelope, opened it up, and there were seeds and soil inside. No return, it just had her name on it. No return address, just my grandmother's aunt's name on it. And she puzzled over it, looked through it, didn't think anything of it. And so she took it outside, thought maybe a neighbor was giving her some seeds for her garden, whatever, threw it outside in her garden area. Didn't think anything of it. Within a week, all of her tomatoes and everything were dead. Not only that, she started having difficulties with her pregnancy again. And then coming to the end of her pregnancy, had a very difficult childbirth. And the child came out very deformed. Now, how many times it got handed down or anything, they said it structure, like the shape of the baby, it reminded them of a small bird. Just not a lot to it. It lived for about 3 days and passed away. What's your thoughts? You think my aunt was got cursed? You think it was just poor medicine at the time? What do you think was in the envelope? That's a story told to me. It's your job to figure out if that's bullshit or real. And as always,